Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Let's be real, we're all obsessed with our dogs, right? Whether it's their wagging tails or those puppy eyes, they just know how to melt our hearts. Like they're basically our furry, four-legged children who we shower with endless treats and belly rubs. We spoil them with toys, comfy beds, and sometimes even our own food. But have you ever wondered what goes on in those little noggins of theirs? What are they thinking when they look at us with those big, soulful eyes? Do they actually trust us as much as we trust them with our hearts and our last pizza crust? It's a bond that's truly special and unique. Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because today we're diving deep into the canine psyche to uncover 10 surprising things your dog does when they really trust you. From subtle signs to outright displays of affection, we're covering it all. Get ready for some serious, awe-worthy moments, and maybe even a few laughs along the way. So grab your furry friend, sit back, and let's get started on this awesome journey together. Okay, you guys know what I'm talking about. If you have a dog, you know they have this uncanny ability to be your shadow. You're just trying to enjoy a moment of peace in the bathroom, maybe take a break from the chaos of the day, maybe catch up on some, light reading or just scroll through your phone in peace, and suddenly there's your dog, staring at you with those big, innocent eyes. It's like they have a sixth sense for when you need a moment alone. Like, hey mom, dad, what you doing in there? Can I join? They just can't stand being away from you, even for a second. I promise I won't judge your TikTok dance moves. Or maybe they're just curious about what you're up to. It's cute, it's endearing, and it's also a little weird. But it's their way of showing love and loyalty. But hey, that's what we signed up for when we invited these furry weirdos into our lives. They bring so much joy and companionship. It's basically their way of saying, you're my person. And I'm sticking to you like peanut butter to the roof of your mouth. And honestly, we wouldn't have it any other way. Have you ever been chilling on the couch minding your own business when suddenly your dog drops their slobbery, well-loved toy right in your lap? No? Just me? Well, for those of you lucky enough to experience this beautiful act of doggy generosity, you know it's like receiving a gift from a tiny furry king or queen. It's their way of saying, I love you, human. It's their way of saying, I love you, human. They bring you their most prized possession, hoping you'll appreciate it as much as they do. Here's my most prized possession. Please don't destroy it. It's a gesture of trust and affection, a way for them to share their world with you. Of course, sometimes those gifts aren't exactly what you had in mind. Dogs have a unique sense of what constitutes a gift. Like, thanks for the dead lizard, buddy. But I think I'll stick to my morning coffee. It's the thought that counts, right? But no matter what they bring you, it's always a reminder of the special bond you share. So next time your dog drops a surprise in your lap, just remember, it's their way of saying, you're my favorite person in the world. Is there anything better than snuggling up with your furry best friend at the end of a long day? I mean, sure, they might snore louder than a freight train and steal all the blankets, but it's all part of their charm, right? Sleeping next to you is a dog's way of saying, I feel safe and secure with you, even if you do have questionable taste in pajamas. Plus, let's be real, their body heat is like a personal space heater in the winter. You know that feeling when you lock eyes with someone across a crowded room, and it's like time stops? Well, it's kind of like that with dogs. Except instead of a romantic spark, you're probably about to get tackled for a belly rub. Making eye contact is a big deal in dog language. It's their way of connecting with you on a deeper level and saying, hey, I see you, you see me, let's be best friends forever. Just maybe avoid those staring contests, unless you're prepared for an epic showdown of willpower. Okay, let's be real. This one is just as much for us as it is for them. I mean, who can resist the urge to rub a dog's belly when they present it to you like a furry offering? But did you know that showing their belly is actually a huge sign of trust from your dog? It's their way of saying, I'm vulnerable right now, but I know you'll protect me. So next time your pup rolls over for a belly rub, give them an extra scratch for being so darn trusting. Ever been hanging out on the couch, watching TV, when suddenly you've got a 50-pound furball leaning against your leg? It's like they think they're lapdogs, even if they take up the entire couch. But as annoying as it can be to have your personal space invaded by a furry leaner, it's actually their way of saying, I feel safe and comfortable with you. It's like a warm, furry hug, but with more drool and shedding. We've already talked about dogs bringing you their toys as gifts, but sometimes they like to get a little more creative with their offerings. Like, thanks for the dead bird, buddy, but I think I'll stick to my morning coffee. Or how about that time they brought you a gift from the neighbor's yard? Yeah, not so much a gift as it is a reason for you to apologize profusely. But hey, it's the thought that counts, right? Even if the thought is, I found this disgusting thing and I thought you might like it. One of the best things about dogs is that they actually listen to you. Well, most of the time anyway. They learn their names, they follow commands, sometimes, and they even know how to guilt you into giving them treats with just a look. But let's be real, they also have selective hearing, like they can hear a bag of chips opening from a mile away, but suddenly go deaf when you tell them to get off the couch. It's a special talent, really. You know that feeling when you walk through the door after a long day and your dog greets you like you're a rock star who just returned from a world tour? The tail wags, the excited yelps, the frantic jumping. It's enough to make even the worst day feel a little bit brighter. It's their way of saying, I missed you so much. Please never leave me alone again. Or maybe they're just excited because they think you brought them snacks. Either way, it's the best welcome home ever. Dogs are natural protectors. It's in their DNA. They're hardwired to look out for their pack, and that includes you, their beloved human. So even if your dog is the size of a teacup, they'll still try to protect you from anything they perceive as a threat, whether it's the mailman, the vacuum cleaner, or that suspicious-looking squirrel in the backyard. It's adorable, it's heartwarming, and it might even be slightly effective, depending on the threat. Well, there you have it, folks. 10 surprising things your dog does when they truly trust you. From following you to the bathroom to showering you with questionable gifts, dogs have some pretty unique ways of showing their love and affection. But no matter how they choose to express it, one thing's for sure. The bond between a human and their dog is truly special, and slightly weird, but mostly special. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click on the video on the screen to continue watching more awesome content.